What's up? My name is Kuya James. I'm here in Studio G at Skinny Fish headquarters, also the headquarters of Settle Down Records right here. And you know, we're sitting here a couple of days after potentially one of the biggest gigs I've ever put together of my career. It's funny being called Kuya, meaning older brother. I definitely felt like that this year, 2020. Lots of crazy things happening in the world, and to put on a Pinoy street party in the middle of these COVID times at Darwin Festival, we know how lucky we are and blessed we are to even have this festival. So it was crazy last Friday, taking over Festival Park. You know, my career has had so many events where there's, you know, people of color, as people use the term now, where there's been people of color on stage, there's been things, cultural things on stage, indigenous acts on stage, but often the crowd doesn't always reflect what's happening on the stage. And I feel incredibly proud that on Friday night, the 14th of August, we represented as Filipinos both on the stage and in the crowd. And I think we threw a really amazing party for this town and for the local community.
Trust. Things will be okay. Just trust. So teach, instruct, let loose. Just trust. So teach, instruct, let loose. Just trust. Hey girl, hey boys.
Alright, walk us through what's going on, James.
Well, I'm half set up, but tonight we're just doing a lighting plot, really. But what's a lighting plot if you don't get to make some noise? So we're gonna, hopefully iron out a few kinks in the set and make sure that this stuff looks dope for Friday night.
Just trust. Home is where I go. My heart.
It's sort of hard in one or two sentences to sum up what it felt like to be on that stage and look out and see Filipinos, from the young kids, the small kids whose parents brought them there who probably didn't even know what they were going to the older aunties and lulas or lulus in the crowd dancing and singing. We flipped some 1970s Filipino hits, and that was kind of like a gift to the community, but then also pushed them with some new stuff, with the hip hop, featuring some of the artists from our label, Stevie Jean, Serina Pech, Caiti Baker, Don Murrungun from Mambali Band, and then of course an amazing cast including Phl The Beat, Emcille, JP, new R&B singer on the block, Ferdinand Stan, Arthur Lariosa, Cherry Grant, Edward Ocampo, Take It Easy. It was a night that felt like it really reflected what the community in Darwin is. You know, the night ran like a dream in some ways. I had this great band, Point of Presence, a local band support, and they sung some originals in Tagalog, and then they also sang some sort of hits from the OPM catalog from the Philippines and got the crowd really warmed up. But then as I walked out, the first thing I pressed play on was my father in language welcoming the Filipinos, but then also providing the English translation. And I think for me, it just sort of gave me a sense of peace, because I think about his journey, where he's come from, and how it was amazing to press play in Ableton Live in my computer program and hear his voice through this huge PA, and essentially, you know, make a statement of like, we're here as Filipinos and Australians together, and tonight we're going to celebrate, and that's what we did.
It's the point of no returning when the leader's sure. Remember why the bleeding and why the freedom is yours. Overcrowded, the odor is overbearing. The motor is barely coping, they're floating to where they're going now. This ain't goodbye, it's I pray you reach a destination. The boat's a symbol of a new life for my generation. Mama's belly swelling cause she got my brother in there, while daddy clutch a rifle cause them pirates don't play fair. Put him in his skirt, but that trigger doesn't go. I ain't a killer, but don't push me once he's made it low. We just on our way, don't want nobody's blood to flow. He says I've seen enough of that, that's why we left our home.
Everybody, touch my body.
stay tuned into Kuya James and stay tuned to what's happening in our local community here, because we're about to ramp it up.